time, growing up, things that y'all might have read, and this comic is full of demons, the devil. This is a Justice League. This is supposed to be like, pow, pow, pow. Get you later, Batman. Why you got the devil in the comic book? And the devil in this comic book is called also Satan. They got demons in this one and all type of stuff. I might touch a little bit on this.
But that's a DC comic. I didn't read DC. I read Marvel.
I'm sure the devil's in there too. So yeah, some of y'all should be familiar with this. Okay, let me
Now I understand.
Okay, let me read some of this. Going this for a moment. They call this woman a beautiful evil. This is from the night. This is a children's comic book, and they're letting them know about the succubus, that Jezebel spirit, the beautiful evil. And hey, Bobby, did you read that new comic book about the beautiful evil? One ear and out the other, and Satan's indoctrinating you in this. And a lot of people who grew up in these comics, they tend to emulate these characters later on in life. Comic-Con is a huge, I don't know if y'all know what Comic-Con is, but it's a DC, Marvel type of gathering where all the people who like this type of stuff get together. It's a huge billion-dollar market, billions of dollar market, and they love to dress like these characters and all this stuff.
They still do it today, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I used to buy all the TV comic book buy.
That's right. And this is Superman here fighting a demon that Satan invoked. She was saying the words that I'm not even gonna say, they was using magical words like dun 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 dun, and a demon show up. You know what I'm saying? And what do the witches and all them do? They say these certain words and to summon, conjuring up spirits, and they're conjuring up spirits in a comic book in the 1960s. Let me go to page 16 just to touch on it somewhere here. 16. There we go. That's it. Hell on Wheels. So she was a owner of a disco club in the 1970s, and she would lure a man there and then kill them and turn them into her minions when she kissed them and whatnot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, the Green Arrow.
And so I'll glance through this for time's sake. But this is her right there. Satan, where she entrapped one of the super people friends, and she wouldn't let him go, and she wanted to kill him and whatnot. But so I just ended that on there. I just wanted to show y'all how the deepness of this stuff, and this is a fabric, and they're even doing this with fabrics. So I'm gonna go touch on some scriptures and get back to some more things in here, but. And I'm just giving y'all how deep this is. Again, that Job 9:24 is very valid. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And it's in everything. It's in the food, it's in the comic books, in the TV shows, in the clothes, everything. The shoes that you wear, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere. The underwear that you wear. The pampers you put on your children is everywhere. So we're going to go to a few verses since y'all have a better understanding of how deep this stuff is. And we're ending in the love of the leopard. And we'll start in Proverbs 8:36. Proverbs 8:36. This is a continuance from the verses from last night. 8:36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. They love this different covering, and they hate to put on the covering of Yah. I don't get it, man, because it's fun. And that's another thing about people when they teach Yah, they don't make Yah flavorful like he is. But when Satan is taught, Satan is all flavorful, fun, adventurous. Yahushua was walking through walls. Nobody talking about that. Natalie, he was running like a gazelle. Samson, he was killing 5,000 plus people. People.
Y'all bone up with?
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, Satan makes Yah dull, not flavorful, when Yah is the author of flavor. You know what I'm saying? The reason why Satan is so flavorful is because Yah put that in Satan. Satan got that from Yah. So, that's something, that I see.
Character, yes.
So that's something that I see a lot, you know what I'm saying? People glorify Yah, and it makes people, I guess people, children, stubborn children, rebellious children, they want to party, you know what I'm saying? They want to be having fun. But again, it says, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. And these people love death. Okay, now we're going to go to not submitting to the leopard, to this spirit. 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 5. Matter of fact, let's go to 3. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, 3 to 5. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. When you put these things on, or you see people with this is a spiritual battle. You know what I'm saying? This ain't, a demon really jumping on them in the physical, beating them up and whatnot and manifesting this into them. It's a spiritual matter. For the weapons of our warfare are not cardinal, but mighty through Yah, to the pulling down of strongholds. And just like that woman said, she didn't feel right unless she had on some leopard. She felt like a different person when she put this stuff on. That's a stronghold. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself. What they call it? They call it high fashion. High fashion. This is sophisticated over here if you're wearing this. Exalts itself against the knowledge of Yah, and bring it into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yah, of Christ. So, and having get readiness, and having so y'all get that it's a spiritual matter that even when it's just clothes that you put on. And what did Ahab steal from them? Garment, a nice garment, a delightful garment. All right, now we'll go to Yah released the wicked beast, aka the leopard, onto Zion and to anybody else who wants to worship Yah and feel that they could have part in this stuff. Now we'll go to Enoch chapter 89. Enoch chapter 89. When you won't leave the beast, Yah will let the beast devour you. Enoch chapter 89, 52. 89, 52. This is Enoch 89, 52 to 55. And he gave them over into the hands of the lions and the tigers and wolves and hyenas, all these mighty beasts, and into the hand of the foxes, and to all the wild beasts. And those wild beasts began to tear into pieces those sheep, meaning, Zion. And I saw that he forsook that their house and their tower, and gave them all into the hand of the lions, to tear and devour them, into the hand of all the wild beasts, lions, leopards. And I began to cry aloud with all my power, and to appeal to Yah of the sheep, and to represent to him in regard to the sheep, that they were devoured by the wild beasts. But he remained unmoved, though he saw it. Y'all seen a lot of these, people with this evil spirit devouring people right now. Y'all ain't moving up. Repent, and then I'll move. We got some stuff to work out. You got some sins from 1970 we got to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't realize that too. Sometimes you got to go way back in time to mend your relationship with Yah. He remained unmoved, though he saw it, and rejoiced that they were devoured. Y'all, a lot of people don't know this about Yah. It says right here, he saw it, and he, Yah, rejoiced that they were devoured. You got to make Yah very mad to him to take enjoyment in your destruction that he loved you, when he loved you. You know what I'm saying? Send some more leopards, Michael. And rejoiced that they were devoured and swallowed and robbed, and left them to be devoured in the hand of the beast. And this is why this beast is here, because Satan knows this. Satan knows what Yah will allow to happen if you continue in sin. Satan will be allowed to release the beast, like the leopard. All right, now we'll go to Sirach chapter 28, 23. Sirach chapter 28 and 23. Sirach chapter 28, 23. Get to it myself. 28 and 23. All right. 28 and 23. Such as forsake Yah shall fall into it, and it shall burn in them, and not be quenched. It shall be sent upon them as a lion, and devour them as a leopard. So, people putting on this violent beast, and you know what I'm saying, this is a violent beast in the scriptures. The scriptures, nowhere in the scriptures does it speak highly of leopards. It's always calling this a vicious animal. Lions are different, even though some of the translation says lions. We understand lions are used for multiple purposes, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? And that's Yahusha is even called the lion, but he's not called the leopard. Leopards always have a negative tone in the Bible. So there's no getting out of that world. The lion right here, and I can wear a lion. And again, a lion is one color. And I was talking about that last night. A leopard is speckled. And what Yah wants, he wants an unspeckled garment on you. No sin. Okay? It was 23. Now we're going to go to Sirach 39 and 30. 39 and 30. 39 and 30. Matter of fact, go to 26. 39 and 26 on down to 30. This is Sirach 39, 26 to 30. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly, so that the sinner they are turned into evil. See what he's saying? Satan's going to turn this into evil. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. When that leopard just stroking you with that paw, with them claws, it's and leopard is a vicious killer, man. You take out your spine, your skull. I mean, this is a killer. Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. There you go about appeasing Yah's wrath with your destruction. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of the wild beast, that leopard, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punish the wicked to destruction. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might don't like you, and he might send you an email to your phone. They got 40% off on some leopard clothing at JC Penney's, at Victoria's Secret. You know what I'm saying? Go get you some. Go get you some of this destruction that I prepared for you. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, that's why, I'm shocked that people, read the Bible for years and they don't know this stuff, man. Y'all can be very unmerciful when you want to. And very calculated unmerciful. It's not come up to you and kill you. Just that Job's just elongated. Just make it miserable. You know what I'm saying? And then, in the Revelation it said, they will seek death and not find it. You know what I'm saying? That's very calculated in his destruction of you. You just want to die, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? Don't be on this bad side. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Do it at your own hurt. Now we'll go to well, I want to show this too. This Victoria's Secret. The spirit. This is the spirit of the cheetah. So when you put on this stuff and they long for the beast, this is Victoria's Secret. And these are women and some men. And I think the men were in here trying to fight for their wives to get it. She wasn't ready for the beast. You see the fear on her face?
You see it, Christmas shopping.
Yeah, this dude. I think this was from a month ago. This is recent. This ain't nothing from years ago. And they're fighting over. You're gonna see what they fighting over. You see the fear in her face?
Yeah.
She just working at Victoria's Secret. Man, the fear. Boy, and you gonna see what they fighting over. You see all these women say they're beguiled, man. Look at her. She had the time of her life. Look. Now I think the male that met the male, I think there's like two males here. I think they was trying to get something for their wives, or maybe it was for them too. But I give them the benefit of the doubt that their wives look like deer. Can you go in there and get it for me?
Well, you probably should try to surprise their wives.
Yeah, it could be something like that. She get on top of the table. Look what they fighting for. That leopard, that unclean garment. They say, put it on me. And that's how you're going to be in the tribulation. You hear what she said? Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all gone at that point. And these are the beasts that going to be left here. Yeah, she's scared, man.
She's trying to get some order in there. Ain't no order coming in there.
She said, you hear what she said? She doesn't understand the spirit that wants this. It is that serious because you have to feed the beast. You have to clothe the beast.
Ain't that serious.
It is that serious. That's why these people behave like this. Look, she like, can somebody give me that one right there? That one right there. Somebody give me that one right there.
Seriously?
She like, oh, I missed it.
And now she missing these. You got 100 people behind you pushing you.
She about to snatch it. Look at her. Wow.
See what I'm saying? How serious the spirit is? And Yah is here right now. When Yah leaves, this spirit gonna have it's not gonna be tameable. Just full out beast mode. And these people will kill you for that, man. If y'all wasn't right here, there'll be some guns fired. See, this is I mean, when people are part of the beast, they're a part of the beast. I'm gonna talk about some. I want to get through some of this. And it goes back to that cat worship, just like we were talking about the Ashanti people in Ham and Egypt. They like worshiping the cat. And and we all know the sayings of the y'all grew up, especially in the 60s and 1970. The Pussycats. Everything. So many things called pussycat, pussycat, pussycat. And that's a word that has multiple meanings. Just like black has multiple meanings. And why would why you gotta think about why are they, putting this in the children's mind? This is a comic book, The Adventures of Pussycat. This is a comic book. And look how sadistic she looks. That's a sadistic looking woman. You know what I'm saying? But some of y'all probably read this when y'all was little, or know somebody who was reading. If you was reading comic books, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I read comic books, but I ain't reading. I read Sergeant Fury, Kid Coke.
Well, I'm sure Sergeant Fury knew her. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. What's New, Pussycat? This is a song by Tom Jones. This is still. Oh, whoa, what's new, Pussycat? Like, what's up with all this vibration of this? This cat. This cat. They always talking about the cat.
It ain't the cat. It's the pussy.
Well, pussy cats. It's this cat, but they're always continuously putting out this vibration. And a byword for a woman's vagina is cat. That's another byword for a woman's, And then Josie and the Pussycats. Like all these Pussycat things. You got Tom Jones. You got the comic book. You got a TV show, a cartoon, and these cartoons was geared to what? Children that was grew up in 70s. I think around the 70s time.
Yeah.
So if you grew up if you were born in the 60s, this is something that you would watch.
It came on from September.
And then what? Josie and the Pussycats, outer space. Like, it just won't stop. It just won't stop. They can't stop this cat worship because they won't. And what did the Josie and the Pussycat Dolls wear? They wore the leopard, if y'all remember. They wore the leopard. What else? I'm going to get to that teacher and Apple later on. And this is, so we understand this stuff is still here. This is a march from when Trump got voted in. These women went out of their mind. These women went out of their mind. And I'm serious, these women went out
What
of
they
their
go
mind.
out of their mind for?
Because of Trump.
They wanted him to win?
No, they didn't want him. Some of these women were
Women
crying.
can't speak. We say women like Trump. That's not even, man. No women like Trump.
Okay.
No, this time like Trump.
This is from the inauguration. They had a march. They called this the cat march or something like that. But you see this girl right here. They're indoctrinating this little girl. All of them wore what was called the pussy hats. That's what they called them. And all these women, you see the little ears with them all. They were wearing this. So Satan, a lot of these women don't even know that they're being spiritually indoctrinated by Satan. You know what I'm saying? And again, a woman is sensitive emotionally. So if Satan knows this, Satan can beguile them to behave in certain ways. And this was a huge march. They had at least 100,000 women here that day. But I thought this was very disturbing too. This foolish person right here is indoctrinating their daughter into this filth. And as you can see, she's wearing the leopard style type printed too. Another one, the Pussy Hat Project. Look, see what they're doing in this stuff? And this girl is going to grow up. This girl is going to grow up, and she's going to be full of the wrath of Satan, the leopard. This is the future. Female. The future is female. You see what Satan is doing here? This is the spirit that's coming. Well, and then we're going to go to that too. This is the Pussycat March. They're not playing with you. Look at this. They got teeth right here on their genital regions. They're letting you know the beast is in here. You can play, and what's a leopard? A man eater. This disgrace, he's poisoned, and he's poisoning his little boy too, and he's poisoning his little girl. Go ahead. Grab my vagina. It said the P U word. But he's indoctrinating his little boy with this foolishness. because Satan has beguiled him too to be hyper effeminate. Now I'm gonna put on a bra and say, grab my vagina.
Well, he's daring Trump. I get the sign.
You know,
daring Trump.
I
remember Trump kept
no,
saying,
I know that.
I grab him by
Yeah. I know that is. They
yeah.
ran with that, but it's the spirit
Yeah.
on him too. That this little boy is gonna grow up. He's growing up in this, and he thinking this is noise. And guess who's going to be having the power out of them two? That little girl is going to be the primary treasure. It's not going to be It's not going to be equality. Oh, my son. They gonna love the little girl more than the little boy.
Yeah.
Look at this idiot. I mean, like, you know how perverse you gotta be to put this stuff on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be perverse. And this is from the New Yorker 2017. You know,
It changed that.
and you see what she got here? She
got
got the pussycat. Because they're letting you know what's coming. Satan is using women through this to conquer. The future is female. I don't assume I cook.
Yeah.
What the scriptures say, a Proverb 31 woman is she takes care of her house. She takes joy in taking care of her house. What the scriptures say that she is somebody, she's a homebody. That's a Proverb 31 woman. Lead a good life to little something. Girls. Madness. I am a nasty woman.
Hey, don't go out there, bro. I think that picture speaks for itself. Hey, come on, man.
No commentary, no.
Come on, man.
Yeah, no cancer, no.
Hey,
No between the lines, no.
hey, come on,
You see
man.
what happened when you put on the strange garment?
Yes.
It don't matter if you know about it. The spirit, and what they say, a woman ought to cover her head for the angels. They're put on the covering of Satan. So Satan, that's what Satan wants to be, the women's head. And that's what Satan does. And then when Satan is the woman's head, she's a nasty woman. And she said, I'm a good hoe. That's what you say, I'm a proud hoe.
Proud, all right.
And she got death in her. That's a face of death.
I know, look at him.
That's
I'm
death.
looking at him. I think it's straight Satan at him, man.
She
Satan.
become a judge.
Oh, man, you done.
Oh, yeah.
Not the ones in the Texas. I told my brother already. The 17 one in Texas.
Or a doctor.
Ellie King. I don't want
That's
to be
what
there
I'm
like
saying.
that, man.
That's what I'm
There was
saying.
17 one in one county.
That's what I'm saying. And a lot of I think this session they had a record number of women in the judicial and the Congress. Is this so? If these women have these mindsets of Satan and they have this doctrine, when they see males are the enemy. I don't care about you. Automatic.
I don't care how you do it.
And not all women are like this, but I'm just saying. And these women,
Once
these
they
type
had movement, they pretty much got the same mindset.
absolutely. And these women are taught to seek power, roles of power. Don't be a fashion designer or anything like that. Go be a judge. Go be a lawyer. Go run for Congress. We want you in power.
That's where they at.
That's where they're at right now. And it's only getting worse. I see the future. The future is nasty. This is a little girl.
Wow.
This is a little girl. Has no true concept unless she's a child of the devil, which is a terror. Let's just say she's just being brainwashed. She has no
right now.
She has no concept of what this shirt really means. She's just hanging out with mommy or daddy here, because you see the guy with the bra on. It could be both. And we just join him. Oh, girls rock, girls rock. And she doesn't even understand what she's being groomed for. And look what they put on her face. The cats. The cats. The leopards. Madonna, this beast.
That's Madonna.
She has on the black pussy hat. Because she's one of the ringleaders. Well, yeah, she's the devil though. Watch
out, Trump.
Look at that.
Vote next.
As they have their pussy hats on, watch out, Trump. My generation votes next. Watch out. Yeah, he said the same thing. These people, and again, these two girls have no idea what they're into right now. They're little girls. This stuff is going over their head. They're being used by Satan for a purpose. But since they're being indoctrinated in this, they're going to think that this is normal and good when they get older. There's people who are molested and they think that's normal. I've been molested all my life. Wasn't that wrong? So I'm a prostitute and I've been doing this all my life because they were perverted from childhood. You know what I'm saying? I remember they was raping a monkey. Came out about a couple months ago in Tanzania, one of those Asian countries. They had to save the chimpanzee because they was raping they was paying to have sex with the thing. And when people would go there, the monkey would raise his legs up. You know what I'm saying? Because the monkey was indoctrinated in being a sex slave.
Damn, these boys are getting ridiculous.
It's abomination, man, for real.
They been doing them bestiality, man. You know?
Abomination, man, for real.
And when the people came, y'all can look this up if you want to. And when the people came, the people in the whatever it's called, they put up a fight because they didn't want to let the monkey go. But the monkey knew when somebody came in there what to do. Just like these girls, Satan got these women on autopilot.
Straight flies.
And the only way to break that stronghold is the blood of Yah through Yahushua Mashiach.
There you go. Speaking. There you go.
Nasty women, rise up. Why you can't see the feminist movement was never about women empowerment. It was about Satan using women to destroy themselves and to destroy everything. Not just
destroy
everything.
first, then destroy them.
Well, first they're destroyed. Satan has to destroy them first. You know, the seed has to, because when the seed planted, that seed is up in there training stuff on it. Then they come, I'm about to destroy everybody else. That's right. Nasty, and right now, this is how many people Satan can take out. That's why the scriptures say, if Yah did not speed up the time, there would be no flesh to save. Satan's already, what you're talking about have already been done. So Satan's like, how many can I kill? How many can I destroy? How many can I bring with me?
Yes.
Nasty women, rise up. Liberty and justice for all. And you see how they correlate and correlate justice and nasty women. That don't make sense. That don't read nothing about treat women right. And because the scriptures say love your wives and love your daughters and all that stuff. That don't read nothing about love your daughters. This is talking about you want power and you want to be the oppressor. That's what that is. Yeah, don't be scared to be nasty. I seen that a few months ago. A woman right down the street. She was driving ahead. Nasty woman. Nasty woman. What that is?
I probably wouldn't understand it now.
Nasty. Now you understand. Nasty woman.
I understand now.
And
I would have said the same.
What is nasty woman?
Now I understand.
I think she was in the Marines or the Army or something. She had it on her car. She don't want no man. You know what I'm saying?
She don't need a man.
Well, she don't want no man, cause she's saying she ain't gonna clean up, she ain't gonna cook, she ain't gonna do nothing.
And this is
Anything for a man.
this is just some of the parts of the
Man,
Of
that's
the-
DC.
that's when the march took place. I'm saying this ain't no small thing. Anybody who think this is a small thing, you're out of your mind. These are all angry leopards, crawling on the prey, ready to kill, ready to get their marching orders.
Well,
It's crazy, man. Well, if you ain't got Yah through your you done.
Come on, you done.
You done.
Hey, come
You
on,
done.
boy.
Okay.
Done.
And we was talking about Daniel too. Again, this is the prophecy from Daniel. We understand the foreheads of the beast. This is Revelations also, but there was another leopard in Daniel in the four kings. There was the four kings of Alexander, and this is the prophecy in Revelations about the beast coming out of the ocean. And what is it? What is it clothed in? The leopard. So you putting on the beast, and this is a ferocious beast. These are ferocious beasts. You know, the feet of the bear, the body of a leopard, and et cetera, the horns and all this stuff. They ready to kill. So when you put that march I just showed y'all, just put this over it, because this was that. That's what the beast. Okay. Okay. I'm putting on Yahusha, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting on Yahusha. So, Zion led away with cats. Now, we was talking about them putting on a strange garment, about the Hebrew Israelites and they were putting on strange garments. So I want y'all to be very edified in this lesson. Because, this is, the Pharaoh, one of the pharaohs of Egypt. And what was he adorned in the leopard? This leopard covering had nothing to do with Zion. Don't ever let nobody, you go to Africa, they be like, oh, this is your culture. No, it's not. It's your culture. It ain't nothing to do with me.
But that's what they wore. That's what they Africans wore.
Yeah.
Not the Jews.
Yeah, but the Jews did wear this stuff too. Because
After they was banned.
Listen, man, that look
And
good
trying to
right
get
there,
away.
man. You got that in the size large? Let me get one of them. I'll pay you for it. Yah has blessed us with gold, rubies. What are you gonna take it? Get one of them leopard coverings.
Giving our jewels and stuff like
That's right. All right, now this is let me bring this down. This is Basset. Remember we were talking about Basset. This is the cat goddess that was in Egypt. Highest esteem, the penalties for injuring or killing. We talked about that killing. That was in Ashanti, that when they killed that thing that they had to die too. But this is in Egypt too. Highest esteem. The penalties for injuring or killing a cat were severe in Egypt. They worshipped a cat goddess, often represented as half feline, half woman, whom the festival honoring Basset was described as one of the largest and most enthusiastically celebrated in all of Egypt. This is not a small thing. So when I'm emphasizing on this leopard thing because it's not a small thing. This isn't like, oh, this is one small part of Satan's kingdom. This is a huge part of Satan's kingdom. Egypt of the festival, Greek historian Herodias, a representation of Mafdak, that's the other feline goddess, possibly translated as runner, found on a stone vessel in a tomb at Abydos, approximately 2800 BC, shown a large cat, probably a cheetah or a leopard. There go that leopard. Only Basset was represented by the domesticated cat. And these what they say? You're gonna be an old woman with a bunch of cats. And still to this day, a woman with an old woman with a bunch of cats in the house, a bunch of Satans running around. Now go to the next one. And this is from the Zulu tribe. A lot of people, because the Zion culture have been torn from them for so long, so anything that rise up that looks like Zion, that they take hold of it. And I'm sure y'all know about the Zulu movie and what's that guy name? Shaka Zulu. Oh, yo, Shaka Zulu. And then as soon as something come out, you see the lost Zion putting it on. I'm Zulu. No, you're not. Just because these people look like you don't mean that they're you. Two different people, two different seed lines. But this is the issue with Satan has, Yah has, for consequence purpose, taken so much from Zion. And Satan is like, don't you want something? I'll give you something. But this was part of the Zulu tribe. They were heavily influenced with wearing of the leopard. Again, this is a Gentile nation. I don't care where, And this is, I'm sure anybody who watched the Black Panther, but I'll talk about it in a second. This is that King Hills on National Geographic, decked in that leopard. And now we're going to talk about that movie a little bit about the Black Panther. This is $1 billion. Lost black people went to go support this movie so much.
Yeah.
This movie hit $1 billion like in a week. Because why? Because they long for something. Look like me. I want a Superman like me. I want a character like me. Make a movie. Please make him the leading role. This black man, please. Because they long for it. Because Yah took it away from them, and Yah allowed the other beasts to ravage Zion. And that's why they call it's the age of the Gentiles. It's the time of the Gentiles. And Yah said, I'm going to use them to bring you to jealousy, like you brought me to jealousy. And right now, Zion is very jealous for their history and their things right now. And we can see what's one of the Black Panthers right here? The leopard printed panther in this movie. And we're going to talk about that too, where they got their power from. this Leopard movie right here, this character that you had little black children dressing up for Halloween in churches.
You serious?
They had Panther church parties, man.
Come on, no, stop playing, man. For real? Stop, man.
Panther church parties.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Not in the house of y'all.
Well, I think
That's
that was the house.
I know, I'm sorry, but you know I gotta say y'all.
Yeah.
We know the God over there.
Metaphorically speaking, this was the house of Yah that they claimed to be worshiping.
Yeah.
And you know that could be true, just like they did in I think it was Ezekiel when Yah was like, hey, let me take you through the house where they do in secret. Look through the hole. Look what they doing here. So Zion ain't got no problem whoring in the temple of Yah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When Yahusha came out, a lot of people don't talk about that in the mainstream churches. That when he came in there, he saw them defiling the house. Yahusha, forgiveness. Bruh! Y'all done crossed the line. And you know, not one person, from my recollection and my understanding, not one person touched Yahusha.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, because right there, he manifested his power. I dare you to touch me. You better take this rebuke and leave. Not one person touched Yahusha. And you know how mad, I'm talking about the Pharisees up in there. Everybody who wanted to kill him didn't dare touch him.
Even the Romans was there.
They didn't, because they said, nah. I seen that look in his eyes. He ain't nothing to play with, man. You know what I'm saying? But this character, this all goes back to worshiping the gods of Egypt. This character gets its power from the goddess Beset, the original Panther goddess, and so they have to make a sacrifice to the goddess Beset to get the powers of the goddess Beset. So this also goes back to Mother Goddess worship too. So this movie Black Panther was a big ritual to get more of Lost Zion to worship the devil, the cat deity. And that's Beset right there too. More information on that if y'all want to further read for later on. So let me touch on some more scriptures, and then I think y'all have a well-rounded history from a history perspective, understanding. And you know, cats and witches, you know what I'm saying? The cat is associated with witches, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's always that cat and that woman. And this is what they want to do. Finding love through female domination. That's what it is. That's what it is right there. Satan wants to pervert the women to be ruling over the males. Let me see. Yeah, sex kitten. You know, that's another pervert thing Satan likes to turn women into sex kittens. So I'm sure y'all familiar with that, especially with the Hugh Hefner age, where, you know, sex kittens, the bunnies, they like to pervert the women to turn them into sexual slaves. And that's why Yahusha said in the scripture, he said, shouldn't we, I'm paraphrasing, should we have pity on this daughter of Zion that Satan has put into bonds? And that's what Satan is doing, turning these women out. And this is another one called Pussy Riot. This is a Russian rock group. They quite famous in Russia, and they're basically like a female feminist rock band who rebel against masculinity and whatnot. And I want to get to this Predator too. I don't know if y'all have seen the Predator, that movie Predator. Check out how the Predator is made. Leopard. The Beast. Leopard. You know, y'all put that in my spirit when I was researching this too. All right, get back to the scriptures. Y'all should be very aware of the leopard now. All right, now we're gonna go to some side notes in this. We're gonna go to Daniel chapter 12. Daniel chapter 12. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And if anybody of y'all are familiar with Daniel chapter 12, it's talking about the great prophecy of the great evil that was to come. And at that time, this is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, which is Israel, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Again, and it emphasized on the last part, the only people who are going to be delivered are the obedient children of Yah. Disobedient children are not found in the book, or they got their name blotted out, and they got to stay with the beast. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't want to. And again, the power leaves. There's no rebuking demons when the beast here has rule. You know what I'm saying? It's just you.
No rock of this.
It's just you, the beast, and the two witnesses, and they ain't stopping nobody from dying. I'm just giving out the word, and don't nobody touch me. That's it. I'm just giving out the word, and don't nobody touch me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. Witness with no hindrance. But for the people who are stuck here, I mean, Satan gonna have his time. Satan gonna have his time with you. If you unfortunately, now we're gonna emphasize on this. But there will be a time of distress. This is the NIV translation right here. But there will be a time of distress such as never has occurred. Now we're gonna go to the emphasize on this time. What is this great time? So we're gonna go into the Hebrew on this and see what this time is. Where is it? 9. Will rise up. There will be a time of distress. So, and in the translation in the King James version, it says trouble. Distress, trouble means the same thing. What is this great time of distress that has not been seen throughout the whole creation of the planet Earth? If y'all can read that, if I need to raise it more. Can't see? Let me raise it up a little bit more.
Female.
You read now?
Female rival.
The time of never before is female rival. That's what we're going through right now, the start of it. This is the beginning of it. So, this is the great evil that a lot of people misquote in the scriptures, like, oh man, Satan's going to come up and do this, all that. This ain't that. It's rebellious women. That's the great time of the great trouble that we're in the beginning of it right now. And if y'all want to further study, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't believe that, y'all can study the Hebrew and understand that this is the great time of trouble is female rival. Right on time. So, since we're in this time, it's almost time to go home. They got their pussy hats and they ready to march. They say they the future we got next. They ready. They ready for Daniel.
Saying I'm nasty, you know.
The nasty woman. You know what I'm saying? So they all ready for Daniel chapter 12 and 1.
Got blades all in the vagina and all that stuff too.
Letting you know what you coming into. Her house is the way to hell.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna go to Proverbs 7 and 12. Some more characteristics of this leopard beast that you must be aware of. Proverbs chapter 7 and 12. Now she is without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner, just like a leopard. What a leopard just wait for the time to strike. A snake, it just waits for the time to strike. A wicked woman, she waits for the time to strike. All right, now we go to Sirach 26, 9 to 12. Sirach chapter 26, 9 to 12. And this is all about putting the difference in between the clean and unclean. You know what I'm saying? This ain't, women out there, you should be looking for this stuff too. When a woman around you, and she got this spirit, this spiritual, familiar spirits, you need to, hey, I don't need to be around this woman. Because the scriptures say, it says bad company corrupts good character. So if you got a friend who always wearing this stuff, you know what I'm saying? She's on the rebellious side, and you don't want to be that type of woman because you're gonna get stuck down here with these women. 26, 9 to 12. 9 to 12. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks. Let me pull that up to the eyes, so y'all can get a in-depth at eyes. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. What them women are doing to them young girls, they are going to make them slaves to liberty and with no rule of law. It's what I say, what I go. My mother and my weak father, they fought for me to be a shameless woman, and that's what I'm going to be. Give me liberty or give me death. Like, the gun say, take this gun from my cold damn. They said, take this liberty from my cold damn thing on head. Now you tell Yahusha come back, Isaiah 4 when we all, they just whooping us, they say. Yeah, and tell Yahusha really bring the pain, and then that's what, whoa, my bad. You got me.
Yahusha come with the pain.
If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through over much liberty. And this is what these women have been done. And it goes to teaching how to teach them right from wrong. And in order to teach somebody right from wrong, you got to be right in doing the will of Yahweh. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a... Do I need to read that one? Should I read? She will open her mouth, and it's not talking about her mouth on her face. It's talking about the woman's vagina. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water, meaning different male. She will have sex with different males. And drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow. So it's very deep. This leopard spirit, and best believe Eartha Kitt was a hoe. Best believe she sat down on many hedges. And this R. Kelly wife, I seen that when they doing the R. Kelly thing. This R. Kelly wife at the top two middle, I was like, man, she got them eyes. Boy, you was married to the devil, R. Kelly. And she up in there stitching up, just telling no shamelessness to her. She on there national TV, blogs, radio. He was no good, yada yada this, yada yada this. Yeah, no shame. This is your husband, your ex-husband, whatever. And in the eyes of y'all still married. Your child's father, and you just going national TV, just dogging him and laughing. She was smiling at these points, just talking about how no good he was. Even if he was no good, that's between, between you and him. Absolutely, because she want that money. They paying her for this stuff. And again, it's deeper than that. When you in the devil, the devil can get you to do some things you would never think you would do. You know what I'm saying? And I made this example. These are the leopard. This is the black leopard eyes, and look at these women eyes. They got that look. That you know what I'm saying? They got that look.
I'm looking at it.
You know what I'm saying? And this goes to spiritual discernment. And some of these women are possessed with this spirit, and some of these women, this is just who they are. And you can help some people, with them unclean spirits. Hey, I see a speck, in you. You might want to try this and whatnot. Now we're gonna go to the riotness of these people. We was talking about the because they're doing very riotous things when they're going out and doing this stuff. 1 Peter 4 and 4. 1 Peter 4 and 4. First Peter 4 and 4. Satan to come into your little girl's house, the girls in the community, and offer them to Satan. How many little girls were singing that song? Doom, doom. A lot. I'm saying, when I say how many, I mean, she's a very famous person. Doom, doom. Your little girl or cousin or whatever, she got her Walkman on. Nasty girl, and a lot of people say, "Oh, look at her, look at Kimberly."
That's part of a religious nation.
You know what I'm saying? And you sacrificing, your child is being sacrificed to you right at the kitchen table. Don't listen to that right now. You can listen to it after dinner. Like, we're going to have respect at the dinner table. But a lot of these people are stupid. That's why God called, Zionists are stupid people. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you got to, seek Yah to get this wisdom and knowledge, because the adversary to Satan is very tricky. You know what I'm saying? 1 Peter 4 and 4. 1 Peter 4 and 4. Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot. That's what they're doing right. This is an example of their excess of riot right here. Speaking evil of you. And best believe the women who don't agree with this, they're outcast, they ostracized. These women hate women who don't agree with this. They're conservative women who say they speak against them. And you stupid, you just no good like them men. I mean, it's some wickedness. Even with women, just not just men, anybody who don't agree with this philosophy, you're an enemy to them. And it says just like that. Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. 2 Peter 2:13. Okay, you gotta rebuke this spirit. It's an evil spirit.
Yes, sir. In my house.
Mm-hmm. Nasty girl. And it gets worse and worse every year. Every generation gets worse and worse.
That's right.
2:13. Because people from that generation, oh man, I remember when music used to be good, man. Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson served the devil. What you talking about? Good movie. Ray Charles served the devil. James Brown served the devil. All of them. What music are you referring to that was moral and inclined? Just because they not saying cuss words, they just say, y'all say cuss words, but y'all's talking about, a sex machine. What are they talking about? What do you think these group of people in this place, in this club, was doing after listening to Sex Machine? They, it's in their mind, the wheels are turning, And don't let them have no leopard on, it's going down. Boy, that them buttons start to unloose, man, like this, Woo, boy. All right, second Peter 2:13. And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. What are they doing? Y'all don't want this happening. Even with Black Lives Matter and all that. Y'all do not. Somebody get shot in the street, even unjustly. Y'all did not tell Zion to go do all this marching and this rioting.
That's right.
What you need to do is get together and go to the park and pray to Yah for justice. Not get together. Harold Sharpton, lead us. He said, after my perm appointment at 2, I'll be right there for you, man.
And make sure you have my 57,000.
and not a penny less. I want my money. No personal checks. Only certified funds. Finish reading this. And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness. These people are going to receive, everybody who's joined these people in these groups like this are going to receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots, they are in blemishes. Wow, I didn't even know that was in there. The lesson is about the leopard who is spotted, and the scriptures say spots they are and blemishes. That's a leopard. Sporting themselves with their own deceiving while they feast with you. Wow. That's the spirit. And that's the leopard. That's them leopard eyes. Romans 13:13. and blemished. That's what Satan want to do to you, man. Spotted and blemished. Romans 13:13. Romans chapter 13:13. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness. And this also what the scriptures say, they are drunk but not with wine. These people right here, these men and women, but the majority of people in this movement is women, they're drunk spiritually. Some of them probably don't drink alcohol and not one drop of it. But spiritually, they drink of every cup Satan gives them. Here, put on a pussy hat, hat. Put on the leopard. Drink, and they become drunk spiritually. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantingness, not in strife and envying. And what do they do with this wantingness? They say, we want. That's all it is. It's about me. I want. Give me what I want. I want. That's what it is, wantingness. No humbleness, no shameness. I ain't cooking nothing.
Maybe that's a Donald Trump effect.
Yeah, you know, they all work for the same devil, you know what I'm saying? Donald Trump, they all heads of the same beast. It's like the leopard with multiple heads. Proverbs 28:7. But God's still in control of everything. But we have free will, though. That's what Satan wants to get you, with your free will. Proverbs 28:7. Because Yah will lead you to the beast, as we read. And then Enoch was praying to Yah, and Yah said, I ain't doing nothing for him right now.
That was to the other keys.
Proverbs 28:7. Whosoever keepeth the law is a wise son, but he that is company of riotous man shameth his father. So these people are doing shameful acts. Just look at it, man. Old dude walking around with a bra. You know, this shame. Like, what his father, if his father still alive and seeing this, man? What's wrong with you?
My dad would have said that.
What's wrong?
My dad said, I ain't got no faggots here.
Well,
I was in our house, so my dad said that for real.
Variations of they're upset with you and disappointed with you. You know what I'm saying? Just like
I can see his eyes.
Just like when y'all with the thing with Miriam, when y'all was like, your father should have spit in your face. He would only spit in your face.
That means you a curse.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he should have done something with you. You wouldn't be out the camp for 7 days with leprosy. Leopard, leprosy, leprosy. Satan promotes the leopard, leprosy.
Go ahead now.
Okay, now we'll go. Let me just make sure before I go to the last part of this, I don't need to touch on anything else. I want y'all to be fully dynamically well-rounded about this. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
It's spiritual warfare. You know
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.